before I get started with this video, I want to make it absolutely clear that nothing I talk about in this video is my idea in any way. None of this is my thinking or should be credited to me or is my idea in any way. I want to make it absolutely clear that 100% of the credit for all of these concepts goes to Nero Knowledge. I have put links to his YouTube channel, his Instagram, and an Amazon link to buy his book in the description of this video. Please, if you glean anything from this, if you gain any new information from this video, if you learn something new, I implore you to go and support him and buy his book, support his channel, follow him on Instagram, because this is who all the credit should go to. I'm just relaying his ideas and what I've learned from him, which is fucking incredible. Today, I want to talk about materializing your desired reality. This is probably one of the single most impactful concepts that I have learned in my life. This is probably one of the best books I have read, one of the best discoveries that I've made. And I want to share it to everybody watching this video because I think it can absolutely change your life. And I've now been through almost the entire book. It's called Outsmarting Reality. I've been watching video after video. I've had my notes out, my journal, just like taking notes every minute it seems like. And after hours of study, it's finally clicked. And today I want to talk about how you can go about materializing your wanted reality. And all of it basically, all of this research that he's done, all of this knowledge can basically just be constricted down into one single phrase, one sentence. This is all you have to know. It's just one fucking sentence, and if you can understand what it's saying, then you'll be able to apply this. So I've boiled down hours of study now into just one phrase, and I'm going to say it a couple times because I want this to sink in. I really want this to sink in. Anybody who's watching this video, I want you to thoroughly understand this concept. Until you can stand in a wanted state, in an unwanted reality, the wanted reality will never come. I'm going to say that again because I think this is so important. Until you can stand in a wanted state, in an unwanted reality, the wanted reality will never come. So what does this mean? I'm going to illustrate it to you with some examples. Why is it that when you are in a rush to get to work and you're going to be late, it seems like you hit every single red light? Yet, when you leave super early in the morning to get to work and you know that you're going to be on time no matter what happens, that is when all of a sudden you just hit every single green light. Like every light is green and you just fly to work in a third of the time and end up super early. Why is it that the one time you go to the gym without your training partner, you have the best workout of your life and you PR on everything? And then you tell your partner, your gym partner and your training partner, and you're so excited, and then you go back for the next workout and all of a sudden it's terrible. Why is it that you can spit the best fucking game of your life to your male friend? You know, you can say shit that would have Sydney Sweeney have her knees buckling and have her falling for you head over heels, yet the second you're stood in front of a pretty girl, all of a sudden you can't string a sentence together. The reason this is happening is because whether you want to accept the fact or not, your entire reality is being created and dictated by you subconsciously. And you can accept this as a truth or you cannot, because at the end of the day, a truth is just a thought that the subconscious mind has accepted as a truth. The thing that you need to understand is that reality, or what we call reality, the third dimensional realm that we can see and feel and hear and touch with our senses, is a trap. Because all reality is an effect. The cause is happening in here and it's happening in here. It's happening on the physical plane and it's happening on the mental plane. Every single human being is tapped into the infinite. We all have a piece of it inside us. Now, the infinite goes by many different names. For some people, myself included, we call it God. Some people call it the infinite intelligence. Some people call it the multiverse. Some people call it Buddha. You know, some people, there are a million different names for it across different cultures, but it's the idea of this infinite that exists beyond our third dimension. We cannot see it, we cannot feel it, we cannot touch it. But it's there. It's inside all of us. And inside of that infinite is all realities. This is the idea in quantum mechanics of parallel universes, parallel timelines. But what that tells us is that we have the capacity and the ability to tap into every single one of these realities, which means that we have the capacity and the ability to materialize whatever reality we so choose. We are completely in control of our reality, but it's subconscious control, because the way we control it is through frequency. Your frequency is basically a combination of a bunch of different factors, ranging from your convictions, your emotionally charged thoughts, your beliefs, your perceptions, your concentration. And all of these factors combine together to create your frequency. And what happens is the infinite inside of you, the universe, reads your frequency as a request for a reality. It will read your frequency and it will respond in turn by giving you the reality that your frequency is dictating. However, the problem is most of us are not aware of the frequency that we're emitting. We're not aware of how to change it. And as a result, we're stuck in a loop where we're continuously trying to change our reality inside of the third dimension, which is the wrong approach, because reality as you see it, this third dimensional realm, this is an effect. The frequency is the cause. So we are, in a sense, trying to change an effect with an effect. You can't do that. You can only change an effect with a cause. You cannot generate smoke with smoke. You generate smoke with a fire. So if you want to control the smoke, you have to control the fire. What does this mean? This means that in order to get the reality that you want, you first have to be in the reality that you want without it being there, which comes back to the original phrase. You have to be in a wanted state whilst in an unwanted reality. And that's when the wanted reality comes along. Because the brutal truth of the universe is that it does not care what you want. The universe is completely impartial. It will only give you what you already have. And it knows what you already have via your frequency. Nothing else. So, you need to change yourself before you change reality. You need to be the person that you want to be with complete 100% conviction that you are who you say you are. And only then will reality begin to respond. Think of it like the gym. You have to go to the gym for months before you yourself see any significant progress. It works the exact same way with reality creation. You are, in a sense, big dicking the universe. You have to actually gaslight yourself to the point that you are completely convinced you are already in your desired reality. Because what happens in that scenario? What happens is you are now in a state where you are emotionally independent on the outcome of reality. And the universe reads that, because when it sees that you are emotionally independent of something in reality, it assumes you must already have it. And if it assumes you already have it, well, the universe can only give you what you already have. So how do we make an actionable plan of this? How do we apply this? What you have to do, in my opinion, as an exercise is grab a journal. Don't be a fucking pussy. Like, grab a pen and paper, an actual pen and paper. Write this down on paper. This is super important. Set a timer for literally 30 minutes. And write down your desired reality for 30 minutes in complete detail. Think about what you want your life to look like. Write it down in as clear, specific detail as you possibly can. Specifically, who do you want to be? What is that person like? Who do you want to be? Write it down as clearly and as specifically as possible, because you need to know what frequency you're giving off. You can want a steak, but if you end up ordering a fish, the universe is going to give you a fish, because the universe does not give a shit what you want. It gives a shit what you're asking for, and you ask via your frequency. So spend a good amount of time writing down in hyper-specific detail the kind of person you want to be. And from there, you want to set a timer for 60 minutes even. And just lay in your bed, close your eyes, and feel what it's like to be that person. Vividly, like feel it in your bones. And then do this every day until you just already are that person, and the rest will solve itself. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope to see you back here soon. I have another really cool video that I'm planning on the way, but I just had to make this because I thought it was such a cool discovery. Again, links to everything about Nero Knowledge are going to be in the description below. Please go support him if you like this video. Thank you so much, and have a great day.